Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Tarkir Dragonstorm draft here on the channel. Let's dive on in. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. Okie doke. What are we working with here? Well, we have opened up Winter Night Stories, which is a good rare and probably our first pick. Just great card filtering and card advantage if you're discarding creatures. The other card in consideration in this pack is Descendant of Storms. This card is definitely a good part of like red-white aggro decks, but I think Winter Night Stories is a little bit better, plays to my strengths more in this format, though this is definitely a nice option to have in your tool belt. I think it's just, if this was a bad rare, I would take Descendant of Storms. I think it's the next best card in the pack. Channel Dragonfire is fine, but I think worse than Descendant. And yeah, the rest of this pack is deeply mediocre. I think it goes Winter Night, Descendant, Channeled maybe, because it's a good defensive tool early. Lion Weight, then the Palace, and then the commons are all pretty mediocre. Rebellious Strike and Champion of Doosan are solid, but I think this one's better, but pretty nice first pick with the Winter Night Stories. Songcrafter Mage. There's also Dispelling Exhale. If we had started with the white card, we would maybe be taking Zergos, but Songcrafter's pretty great. There's also Dispelling Exhale, which I love. My Winter Night Stories decks usually do end up being, or my blue decks usually do end up being Teamer. And Songcrafter is quite good. Dispelling Exhale is also good, but I think Songcrafter is better. Okay, now Molten Exhale or Traveling Botanist. I think I'm going to take the Botanist. I've really loved the Botanist. Plays well with the Harmonized card I have already. Plays well, like if I mill over the Harmonized card. I think Molten Exhale is a great card. I think in red-white aggro, you might want Shock Brigade more just because you want good threats. This would have been a good start for a white aggro deck. I could have gone like one drop into the, gosh, I forget my last pack already. Gosh, there was a card that I would have taken for an aggro deck. And then there's like Shock Brigade or probably War Effort third, but Traveling Botanist is one of my favorite 2-drops. Jeez. It's kind of interesting how there's different paths through a draft, and I would have ended up with a really sweet start to a red-white deck if that was where I wanted to go. Rally the Monastery is quite good. Molten Exhale is great for my purposes, though. And I'm pretty happy with this. Kishla Trawlers is a great addition to the deck. Einok Wayfarer is solid. Lion Weight is fine, but not my colors right now. Evolving Wilds will be fine. Durgar Island Dragon, but love a Kishla Trawlers. Plays well with any self-mill. Drawing and discarding those spells, maybe. Just a lot of creatures is also good with Winter Night Stories. Einok Wayfarer plays great with Winter Night because when you don't care about this card, you can just hold it for when you draw your Winter Night Stories. Now we'll take a Blizzard. Love seeing that. I would have had a really good red-white deck, but I also think my deck's pretty good right now. Wingblade Disciple still in the pack? Come on. But also Shock Brigade and Duty Beyond Death. And Teamer Monument. Wingblade Disciple is better than Teamer Monument, so I'm just going to take it here. Don't love the Constrictor Sage. Don't love Rite of Renewal. Let's take the Messenger. Maybe I end up wanting that for some reason. Ooh, baby. We wheeled Opulent Palace. That's great. It's just a blue-green land for me right now, but could have some potential later if I want to splash something else. Narset Rebuke is fine in this deck, but it's looking like I'm just touching into red right now. And I'll take this in case I want to splash white down the line. Wow, this card should not still be in the pack. This card is great. I don't think I can really use it, but I think I'll take it over the Humbling Elder. I mean, this card's like good in red-white and not really good elsewhere, but it is really good in red-white. Yeah, I'll just take the Elder, actually. Ooh, Focus the Mind. Nice. I'm not going to be splashing the 3/4 guy, and so I don't mind passing it. So far, blue is just like our main color. Red-white would have been a good deck, but I think starting with Winter Night Stories was very defensible. We now have 3 card draw spells, so we are kind of set on card draw. Armament Dragon. I guess we could technically try to splash it if we wanted to. Yep, Draconologist is great. There's also Shocking Sharpshooter, which would have been good in this red-white deck. I just like mentioning it. And then Awaken the Honor Dead is good, but I'm not necessarily playing a Sultai deck. I do have the couple red cards I like, so I'll just take the Draconologist. It's a really good card. If you do play dragons, having the hexproof for a little bit is good, and the 1/3 body getting you card advantage is great. Baby, let's go. This card is excellent. Really good to pick this up. My 3-drop slot is quite full. So I don't really need to take any more 3-drops the rest of the draft. I don't regret taking the Wingblade Disciple, but the Temur Monument would have been good here. And now I'll take a Sagu Wildling. Get that extra mana fixing in there. This is a card I want to try out in red-white a little bit. Seems like it could be useful. Devotee also seems like a good addition to this deck. It's not always a card you want to play, but when you have Focus the Mind and Winter Night Stories, it gets way better. Because you just want to have the ability to, like, you can discard it later, and it helps my mana. So Forecaster, if I do get a globe. A couple globes would be okay. I've found myself not loving that, though. Sagu Pummeler is fine. Narset's Rebuke is fine. Especially with all these 3s, Narset's Rebuke gets a little bit better. And Focus the Mind. Just going to take this. The Narset's Rebuke is a card I won't want too many copies of anyway. Now I'll take a blue-green land that maybe helps me splash black in the future over Unending Whisper. I love me a Sarkhan's Resolve. Rediscover the Way is good, but my mana is not good enough to play it, and I don't think I'll miss it that much. And Sarkhan's Resolve is actively a card I want 1 copy of at least. Now there's Riverwalk Technique, another card that I'm pretty happy to have 1 copy of. I don't love the Monument. Second Sarkhan's Resolve I would play, but I'd rather get the first Riverwalk Technique over it. Boom, Temur Monument, huge. The fact that I haven't had to take any other 3-drops has made me feel a little bit better about this Wingblade Disciple pick. And the more cheap cards I can get to go with it, the better. I don't love the Ice Ridge Serpent, even though it's fine. The Riverwalk Technique is also like not really a huge priority for me, but getting another black land kind of for free here means that I now have 3-4 black sources. If I put a single swamp in my deck, I have 5 black sources for any black cards I want to splash. So it's definitely worth taking this. Now Focus the Mind over the Earth Carver seems reasonable. My red-white deck would have been sick. Like, this is totally a fine black splash now because I have the tools to do it, I think. Just getting a little bit of extra power level in there. I don't really have the top-end cards that I would love to have, but we can get the job done with Dusiat Earth Carver, probably. Boom, I love Unending Whisper in this deck. It's so good with Wingblade Disciple. It's good with any self-mill I pick up. Okay, just giant creature. Seems good to me. Fills my graveyard for stuff that cares about it. I think Narset's Rebuke would be fine here too, but not a card I'm going to take this pack. Bloodfell Caves isn't going to wheel, but I would play it as another black source. But Lacid Prowler is just what I need. It's just like a big creature that turns something else into a big creature. Zergos would be solid in a red-white deck. Or Poised. Encroaching Dragonstorm isn't the best for me. But maybe I'll get other dragons this pack. I don't want to take a second one of these right now. Now there's a Sonic Shrieker. The triple splash. It's such a good card, though. I'm going to take it. Now there's a Sibsig. This card's going to be playable, I think. I can play it with Encroaching Dragonstorm. I have a white source here. I can play 1 planes. I can splash this guy as well. My Encroaching Dragonstorm does some work. This card's pretty good, but it's going to be hard to cast, so I think I'll just take the land here. 1 copy of Lion Weight is all I really need. And Nomad Outpost is pretty great. Just gets all the colors I need for that. The Tawny back would also be good, but feeling pretty good about this. Snakeskin Vale or Quarry Mountain Monastery. I don't think I need card advantage. Let's just take the Riverwheel Sweep. Now another Kishla Trawlers. Real good card. My early game is somewhat non-existent. There's a land. There's also a Teamer Devotee. Let's just take the land. I'm just going to struggle against the early game decks. I could maybe play Humbling Elder. I kind of wish I'd taken a Narset Rebuke at some point. Wow, Lion Weight again. Yeah, this deck is kind of mid. Okay, so 1 of each basic. This is 48 cards, so we can just start cutting our bad ones. Can cut Dooziet. Can cut 1 Riverwalk Technique. Can cut the white splash that I can't really use early game. Splashing these 2 white cards and then a couple more black cards because I have more black sources built into my mana. Only playing a couple of red cards. Just cut some of my bad cards. And then only play 1 Lion Weight so I don't get them stuck in my hand. And it's also a splash. Just check my colors. Mostly blue and green. Yep. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue. 4, 5, 6, 7 green. because I have the Saga Wildling, I'd rather bias towards green. 5, 6, 7 blue, 5, 6, 7, 8 green. White is 1, 2, 3, 4 white. Black is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red is 1, 2. So I'm often going to be getting red with my search up effects. Okay. Seems pretty reasonable to me. I'm excited to see how this deck does, and I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support my channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you have been enjoying my videos, if they've been helping you win more, have more fun playing, if you've been able to just enjoy watching them for the entertainment value of watching me win or lose, then Patreon is a way to help me make more videos in the future and gain access to some cool bonus resources in the process, like my card by card tier list and my format thoughts document. I do hope you've been enjoying the videos so far. I want to give a special shout out to those who support at the credits level. It makes a big difference, so thank you to all of you folks. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. We'll keep this hand. It's a very good hand. This is going to go get my swamp because I don't have any of my red spells yet. Even though I really want to get my mountain. Beautiful. Are they going to attack me? Yeah, this seems like a good block to me. Sure. Next turn, I can Wildling to get another forest for the Lucid Prowler or a mountain, and then play the Focus of Mine to get a bird. Yikes. It's a lot of damage. Okay. We go get a forest. Kill their Jeskai devotee. Don't want to trade off my Wingblade Disciple, but I will chump the Quarry Mountain Stalwart. Terrifying. They're going to make it so I cannot block. So they're going to play this, make this guy unable to block, hit me for a good amount of damage. So I'll try to block here. I don't have red mana yet. Don't need more card draw. This is my worst matchup by far. Oh yeah, this thing's gonna kill me. Gosh darn it. I don't have enough removal anyway. Oh man. Yep, that's game. They just need to cast 2 spells. Hit me once I'm at 2, there's nothing I can do here. Yeah, I just accept that I lose this matchup every time and hope that I play against other matchups. Welcome to round 2. We'll keep this. I think I need another red source in the deck. Wingblade Disciple probably is going to die here. Now this is a matchup I can get behind. I think I'd rather... Oh, doesn't even matter. I think I was going to start taking cards from their hand. The 2/2 did not matter to me. And I was going to kill it with Lion Weight if they use a removal spell. So I was going to target them. Let's make the change to our deck. I'm going to cut the swamp for a mountain. Because I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 black sources in the deck now, and now I have 1, 2, 3 red sources, and I can search it up and stuff. And I only have 3 black cards. 4 black sources may be low. Maybe just play 18 lands, and then I cut something. Because I can't really afford to miss land drops, and I have ways to get rid of extra lands anyway. I guess I'll cut the Sagu Pummeler, maybe. Maybe Unending Whisper. Wait, am I already playing? Oh my gosh. 5, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I was playing 41 cards. Oh my gosh. You could Unending Whisper and 1 Focus the Mind. Yeah. Seems alright. See you next round. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this. I think with my Teamer Monument and stuff, and my Saga Wildling also being kind of like lands, I should probably cut an island or something. This to get an island, and then play the Warden. But I do really not want to miss land drops. I'm ready, Warden of the Grove. They've got to kill it this turn, or my Wingblade Disciple will be a little bit bigger. Whoa. Get my second blue source down. +1/+1. Actually, make a 1/1. Gives me a chump blocker for the trade route envoy. Okay. I don't need a chump just yet. Yeah, they're going to kill my Temur Monument, but that's how it goes. No blocks. I'm just going to do this. Next turn I can go Warden, Kishla Trawlers, get a bird. So basically the reason I did this, so this can trade here, this can trade here, and then I can Warden, Kishla Trawlers, exile this, get back Lion below. Lion Weight or something. Okay. Okay, luckily Sarkon's Resolve can take care of that. Okay, we're totally in this. You're joking. Okay, that was a good draw by them. Good draw, good draw. That's pretty good. Hate getting rid of that, but I want to get back my Lion Weight. And then I want to be able to kill their 4/3. Then I can double block this guy. And I should be able to win from here anyway. Okay, opponent, just continually rip spells off the top. I see how it is. I can start attacking now. If they kill this, I can still jump block. I'm honestly stunned. Like, I can't believe they've drawn so many kill spells in a row. They've drawn back-to-back-to-back kill spells. I'm gonna hold up my counter spell. If they have Jeskai Revelation and I lose to it when I have this in my hand, I'm going to feel so dumb. Like, maybe I'm just supposed to hold this up the rest of the game. I don't even know. Ooh, got the win, though. That's nice. Do I want to go back to my previous build where I, like, cut a land, but... I think I'll be fine. Lion weight's been pretty good, though. Yeah. The deck is going to be solid. I think we'll probably get 4 wins or something, but nice win. Nice little win. We'll see you next round. Welcome to another round. Easy keep. We're going to play this on turn 3 and then hope it survives. The odds of it surviving are getting slimmer and slimmer. Gosh, Kishless Skimmer is such a good card. Go get Island. Do they have Caustic Exhale? Maybe. They do have Caustic Exhale. Interesting. Just save ourselves some life points here. I kind of want to splash my second Lion Weight. That card's really good. They probably have +3/+3 or something. Yep. Okay. Nice. Wow, they get rid of... They have Baitor in their deck. It's a good card. I think this is the correct line. Just make sure they can't get extra value from Kishless Skimmer. I've gotten burned by that by being too patient sometimes. I still have to deal with my 5/5, which might even be harder because I have this Bewildering Blizzard to potentially wreck them. Okay, there's Baitor. That's annoying. One, two, three. I have 2 green mana, that's all I need, yep. Sure. This is a good draw. Just gonna make a 4/4. Because I think it's just gonna end up lining up better. They can kill the 4/4 maybe, but then I have this guy at least. Got the win. You got to know your weaknesses and strengths in this format. And I just know that I can't beat aggro decks really unless they stumble, and that I want to be able to be better in these matchups. So I have plenty of card advantage, and it's working out pretty well so far. We're 3-1, I think, is the record. And the cards are playing the way they're supposed to. I mean, yeah, sometimes we'll probably play against a deck that has better late game than us, but 3-1, good start. See you next round. Welcome to another round. We're keeping with our traveling botanist. It's good for us to see. It's not a red-white deck. We're chilling for a little bit. They're also playing multicolor. Nice. I could have led with a tap land so I could play Warden on turn 3. But I'd rather get this out first to absorb their first removal spell anyway. I think. And maybe find us lands because we need those. I don't want to trade a 2-3 for a 2-2. Do they have a counterspell? Gonna get my red and white mana. I'm almost at the point where I can play this and hold a Riverwalk technique to protect it. Okay, they're going to punch my Traveling Botanist now. Let's just see what we find here first. Wow, nice clutch find on the dragon. They really had to struggle to kill my last guy, so they might be in a similar position this time. Okay. Okay, so... So I'm going to make this a 2-2. Actually, if I make this a 3-3, then I can make a 6-6. Oh, no, it doesn't work that way. Oh, no, it's 4. Yeah, plus some counters. Yeah. 4 counters on my dragon. Sound pretty nice. I would love a 4-4, don't get me wrong. But a 7-8 flyer is really hard for them to answer, I assume. Boom. Nicely done. Got to 4 wins. Successful draft no matter how you look at it. And we're into Diamond, and I'll see you next round. Welcome to another round. We can't cast anything because we don't have green mana, so I'm going to mulligan this. This is much better. And we'll ditch the Riverwalk technique. We have double green for this guy. We have white, black, so we just need to get red with this. We don't really mind if they use Counterspell here. Take our guy. We're about to fill our graveyard. Nice. So now we have 3 lands in the graveyard, which makes this renew actually a relevant ability. Tygom, okay. Bummer. I don't have any instants or sorceries in the graveyard yet. So if they don't have a kill spell, I can just Lucid Prowler this guy, send him in, hit him for 7. Sure. Change of plans. Now I just hope they don't have another kill spell. I am gambling here. But if they don't have a kill spell, then I win. If they do, they might have used it on the Sonic Shrieker anyway. Looks like they're digging for a kill spell. The only one that they could really have is another Dragon's Prey. And those are premium cards. They're hard to get multiples of. Okay, they don't have a creature they want to get rid of. Gosh darn it, they found the kill spell. Oh, this game is so rigged. Four, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's funny because even if they had had Ureni, I still could have beaten them if they hadn't drawn this Salt Road Outpost. Because this thing would have been a 6/6. I would have deployed this guy as well just to make another 4/4 or something. So I would have had so much power and toughness on the battlefield. Gosh, kind of unfortunate that they found it, but, you know, that's how it goes. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this hand. Not the best hand I've ever had, but it's got all my colors. It's got some spells. I'm going to lose terribly. This is the matchup I'm not built for. I think we've kind of seen the way my deck plays out is I've got some really good cards, but I've got a really slow deck, so I'm going to lose to both aggro decks that I faced, and I'm going to lose to the deck that had the Ureni. So, like, the deck with a better late game than me and the deck that had, like, better early game than me to run me over. But it's not the end of the world. That's how it goes. You kind of pick your battles, and going 4 and 3 is never, like, a true failure. But yeah, this one's super over. I already know. They just play a 2-drop and it's just game. Yeah, I don't have kill spells that can kill that. I'm not doing anything. This is the matchup that I hope to face with this deck, is this kind of slow deck that doesn't really do much. Like, they just need one kill spell for this guy, and this game is over. But yeah, my deck isn't the best deck I've ever had by any means. The fact that we ranked up into Diamond with it is pretty big victory. You just have to be willing to accept the wins with the losses. Mardu Monument. And we play our Sagu Pummeler and know that it will not work. But it's part of the bravery is playing it anyway. They scry 2 to the top. They definitely have a kill spell in their hand. If you can't beat a Sagu Pummeler, you're scrying stuff away, I imagine. Like, if this was best of 3, I would be still in bad shape, but I could at least sideboard in my, like, 1/2 that's -2/-0 to an attacker. Stuff like that. I expect they have +3/+0. Oh, Frontline Rush. Never mind, yeah. That card is impossible to beat. Never mind. Oh, yeah. I did not expect this to be a win. As soon as they played a Mardu devotee on turn 1, and I looked at my opening hand. But 4 and 3, not the end of the world. Sometimes you scrap out wins. I think my aggro deck would have been better, but I think the path I took through the draft was fine. It is a bit of a shame. I did get to flashback the Winter Knights thing one time. There were some really good games that we got to play with, like, Warden and Licid Prowler. Pretty sweet deck overall. And I don't really have any regrets on how we drafted or played. Just, we didn't really see 2-drops, to be honest. Like, we have this guy we could have played, but he's just bad. This card's not the greatest. And we didn't see, like, we saw one Inoc Wayfarer. We saw, like, a Teamer Devotee pick 8 that we took a Blossoming Sands over, which I don't particularly regret, but, like, Teamer Devotees usually often come around with, like, 2 cards left in the pack, and we would have played a couple of those maybe to help that matchup. But that's how this goes, and best of 1 is a fickle creature. But 4 and 3, not the end of the world. If you made it to the end, in the comments section down below, leave hashtag pummeled, because that was, I don't know, it's just like a fun thing to put in a hashtag, I guess. The Winter Night Stories was a sweet card when we milled it over. Licid Prowler was great for filling our graveyard. I felt like we had, like, a bunch of cool lie-in-wait moments, which was fun. Maybe I should have played the second copy, but it's kind of hard to fill my graveyard without getting my Licid Prowler. But yeah, really fun deck. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.